Welcome to Bulk Candy Store's DIY video series. This video is going to teach you how to make deep fried Buckeyes. And for those of you out there who still don't know what a Buckeye is, it is the best thing you're ever going to taste. It is a peanut butter dough dipped in chocolate. What could be better than that? But I'll tell you, fry it up, serve it with a little powdered sugar or chocolate syrup, and you've got even better. Today we're going to show you exactly what we have. We have our super secret batter, our powdered sugar, chocolate syrup, of course Buckeyes, and everything you need to become a deep fried professional, just like at your state fair. We've even got the tongs. This is how we're going to start today. We're going to open up our kit. We're going to take out the super secret recipe batter. This is not pancake batter. This is not batter you're going to buy from the store. This is batter you're only going to get from Fun Fair Treats. You're going to take the batter, you're going to magically cut the top off, you're going to pour it into your bowl. Now today we're going to give you tips that you don't get anywhere else. You're going to learn super secrets that you won't learn from anybody without at least 20 years of experience. You're going to take 1 cup of water. You're going to mix it in. You're going to take your spatula and you're going to mix it up real good. And you're going to make sure that the batter is exactly how you want it. You don't want it too thick and you don't want it too thin, because if it's too thick, you won't be able to dip. And if it's too thin, you won't be able to not dip, as they say. All right, so now, as you can see, that is way too thick. So what we're going to do is we have another 1/4 cup of water here, because it says 1 cup. I put about half of that in there, and I'm going to mix that again. And sometimes it takes a little bit more, sometimes it takes a little bit less. Make it to your liking. That's more like a dough. You don't want the dough. What you actually want is you want it to be a little bit soupy. So I'm going to put the rest of it in here. I might need a little bit more. I think I'm going to need a little bit more on this one. All right, I added some more water here. Like it says, 1 1/4 cups is fine, but sometimes you just need a little bit more. So I've got it mixed up here pretty good. What I want you to do is, this is one of the secrets that we don't list anywhere else. Take the batter, stick it in the refrigerator, and leave it in there for about an hour. And then when it comes out, through the magic of television, I'm gonna switch it out now with a batter that's already made. And this is pretty much the consistency you want right here. Not soup, but then again, it's great. Because we do this a lot here at Bulk Candy Store, we use a fry-later. But you at home are going to use a frying pan with about 1.5 inches of oil. Heat it up. Just be careful now, okay? To about 375 degrees. When it gets nice and hot is when you want it. If it's not hot enough, your items will not cook properly. They're going to melt right to the bottom. You got to make sure it gets that sear effect when it goes into the oil. You'll hear crispiness and the popping like you do at the fair. Now that your batter's made and you've transferred it into a smaller bowl, now you open up your Buckeyes. Now, this is the secret, but you can't tell anybody else now. When you stick the Buckeyes, you want to make sure you stick through the chocolate, because if you stick just into the peanut butter, when you go to stick it into the batter, you're going to end up dropping it in there. All right. Now, what I want you to do now is take them, stick them in the refrigerator, and through the magic of TV, I have some that are cold already. You want to take your Buckeyes that are cold. You want to make sure, because if not, they're going to fall off the stick. So what you're going to do is you're going to take the Buckeyes one at a time, and ready? You're going to dip them, but you're going to make sure you dip a little bit onto the toothpick, because this way they don't slide off. You put them in your oil and you let them cook. We're going to throw a few in today, because I've got a few hungry people here who are ready to eat. And this is amazing. Watch this now. They're going to float right to the top. Now this is a funny story while you're watching this. 12 years ago, we started at the Ohio State Fair cooking these delicious goodies at the Ohio State Fair. Straight from Marcia's Buckeyes, which is in northern Ohio, which makes the greatest Buckeyes. We came to the fair, we figured out, we didn't even know how to do it, but they were waiting on us to do it. So it was fantastic. We had a great year that year. All right. Now you hear that sizzle? Oh, listen to that. Now remember, same thing as before. You got to make sure you use a clean set of tongs. You don't want to use a set of tongs that has any batter on it like this one, because it's just going to cook on it and it's going to make it hard to deal with. So what you want to do is let them cook just for a little bit. Give them a couple nudges here and there. Remember now, don't forget your little funnel cake pieces here too. Those are fun to eat too. They're the crunchy part. Right, look at that. Look how beautiful, golden brown. Ah, see? Now, if for some reason you don't coat it all the way around, the buckeye is going to pop and fall out the bottom, and you're not going to have anything. So you got to make sure you coat the whole thing, and then your batter is not too loose. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Not one piece of chocolate coming out of there. Ah, look at that. Look at that. Look how pretty. All right. Now, see? Okay, now what we're going to do is we're going to take the Buckeyes where they're still hot. Okay? We're going to take our powdered sugar. Do not put enough, make sure you put enough on. Make sure, do not be skimpy on this part right here. This part's got to be a lot. All right. Then you take your syrup, you give it a nice little design on the top. Make sure every one of them gets it. And that is how you make deep fried Buckeyes. Professionally, like we do at the State Fair from the guy who invented it 12 years ago. Now that you've gotten a piece of my 20 years experience, if you like, go to the link below and click on it. You can buy any one of the other kits. We have the Twinkie, the Snickers, the Oreos, or my personal favorite, the Buckeye, straight from Ohio. But remember now, click like, click subscribe. Like I said, I don't know which way they go. And click the link down below to get more of this deep fried goodness sent right to your house so you can start on your next 20 years of being an expert in the deep fried business.